The most interesting thing about this whole Big Three talk is how much of a chip on his shoulder that Kendrick had. I was just listening to Kendrick Lamar EP last night, and there was a bar in there I forgot about where he said that, oh, there was a photo shoot, the Double XL photo shoot, that he was there with J-Rock. J. Cole was also on the cover. He said J. Cole was running late, and I asked him if I could take his place, and everybody laughed at him. And he's just been carrying that among all the other things, you know, being from continent where he's from and just wanting to be the best, like on a real major scale. He's been carrying that for all this time, and like he's finally got the crown. You know, it did cost him a lot. Like his career will now forever be tied to Drake, unfortunately, because of what they went through. But he finally like unanimously has that spot now, and it just got me thinking, like, that man really worked hard for this. Like where he came from the concrete. You could go back and watch videos of him battling as a jit. You feel me? He's not somebody that just got into rap later in his career and was like, I think this is a good outlet for me. You know what I mean? Like Big Sean's first music video, if I'm not mistaken, was with Kanye West. You know what I mean? Like there was no real come up. There was no real grind. You know, someone like J. Cole, like, yeah, you got to respect the grind, but like, where does he come from? You know what I mean? What do we know about Fayetteville listening to his music? What picture is he painting of his upbringing? How can we really be that much invested in an artist if all we know is like the time from like really from when he went to Queens on up? You know what I mean? I don't know. And I'm a big J. Cole fan. I'm not gonna say like he never talks about, you know, his upbringing and everything, but like I don't know a lot about Fayetteville. Kendrick made Good Kid, Mad City. Like that album, when it came out, for people that had been fans of his, we knew that that was his thing for years. You know what I mean? Like it might have even preceded Kendrick Lamar EP, but that's the first time I heard about it. You know, you hear all these references to what he has going on with his music today. You can hear it in some of the older music. You know, you go back and you listen to The Heart Part 1, and it really sounds eerily similar to like what's going on in The Heart Part 6. He's talking about a lot of the same things. Schoolboy Q being homeless, talking about leaving home, talking about Ab Soul teaching him how to rap, talking about Top, talking about Punch as his mentor, and all of these things he's mentioning way early in the Heart series, before he ever got put on, before all of this. It's all a full circle moment. This dude literally has shown you, like, we could talk about the Control verse, we could talk about the BET cypher, that yo, like, I'm in this for real. Like, I'm not just some guy saying he's the best. Like, I'm willing to put everything on the line to prove to y'all that I'm the best. He's the only person out of the big three, or really like most mainstream rappers, that I feel like is a true artist. It's not just about, oh, how cool can I get on a song and sound with putting words together. He really like does things with his vocals that not a lot of rappers do. Like it's like him, Nicki Minaj, like Doechii, like Busta Rhymes, like Eminem does, like, you know, cool little accents and everything, but for the most part there aren't many artists doing so many different things with their voice like he does. He really is out here to show you that I am the best in any way that he does, man. And like it just got me thinking, because like he's always been in my top, but right now it's just different now. You know what I mean? This man really put in the work, and it took him. When people talk about, you know, overnight successes are years in the making, like this is what they mean. Do you know how much of white America just got put on to hip hop really because of his feud with Drake? That really just became aware of who this man was. We're talking about somebody that has one of the highest grossing tours of all time. We're talking about somebody that's had multiple #1 albums. We're talking about somebody that's had multiple #1 singles, and they're just finding out about him. You know, the same way I feel about a Sabrina Carpenter song or Taylor Swift song. Like, this man been doing this. He's been doing this, and most of America just got put onto him. That's why the album went #1. That lets you know how many people were not familiar with him prior to that. You know what I mean? It's just something to think about, man. He deserves it all, like he said in The Man in the Garden, point blank, period.